At the end of the world, a long and narrow stripe of land is waiting for you with an endless adventures and unforgettable experiences. Chile, known as one of the most attractive places on Earth, opens its arms to the world with a unique combination of natural landscapes, from the driest desert in the world to the glaciers as far as the eyes can see. Here are some of the tallest mountains in the Americas, as well as a coastline that stretches the entire length of the country. Kilometers of extraordinary forests and hundreds of rivers, lakes, volcanoes, and islands. All part of its 4,300 kilometers in length, equivalent to the distance between the south of Spain and the north of Sweden. Its long land is connected by highway that goes from the north to the south, as well as international airports that connect it to the rest of the world. Here you'll find a large diversity of climates, landscapes, animals, flavors, traditions, and experiences. And with all of these contrasts, there's only one thing that stays the same. Wherever you are in the country, you're guaranteed to find open and friendly people ready to help and share their culture with you. Chile is divided into 5 geographical and climate zones. In the north, the Atacama Desert and its 105,000 square kilometers of land steals the show. The central zone has a combination of beaches, large cities, and world-class wine valleys. Further to the south begins an area where the forests, lakes, and volcanoes provide endless possibilities for adventure and awe. And in the far south, you'll find the amazing and untamed Patagonia and the astonishing Chilean Antarctica. And don't forget the Pacific Ocean and its islands, where Easter Island and Robinson Crusoe are 2 must-see for adventure and nature lovers. And the traditions of Chiloé Big Island will seduce even the hardest visitors to please. The north welcomes us with a wonderful climate and the Atacama Desert, where you'll find attractions like the town of San Pedro, Moon Valley, and the Tatio Geysers, where cold underground rivers come into contact with hot stones, creating a water and vapor show. Here you'll also find the clearest skies in the world, with the Starlight Distinction National Parks, where you can observe the beauty of the universe with a naked eye in the middle of nowhere. This has turned Chile into a global astronomy and astrotourism powerhouse. And even though it's the driest desert in the world, every 4 years or after a long rainy season, the sand dunes are covered with colorful flower beds, making it an unforgettable experience for those who have a chance to witness this natural phenomenon. The north of Chile is also home to the pre-Hispanic culture. Its museums contain the remains of the Chinchorro mummies, which date back to 5,000 years before Christ, making them the oldest in the world. And you can also find rock art and participate in the high plateau culture with the large popular events like the Andean Festival with the Strength of the Sun and the La Tirana Religious Festival. Meanwhile, cities like Arica and Iquique and their waves attract surfers and adventure lovers. The Elqui Valley charms its visitors with vineyard tours and small towns that still cultivate their winemaking traditions. Central Chile is famous for its Mediterranean climate and mix of large cities with the countryside, beaches, and valleys that have become a wine tourism paradise. The area is also home to its capital, Santiago, a modern cosmopolitan city that has become a hub for international business. Here you'll find a combination of the fast-paced lifestyle and the attractive neighborhoods that can call you to take a break and go for a walk. Restaurants that range from the most exclusive to the most popular and traditional. Museums, architecture, and street art, mixed with bars, coffee shops, and lots of entertainment. You'll also find this in the port city of Valparaiso, located just an hour from the capital, where its historical center, a UNESCO World Heritage Site, meets colorful hills, unforgettable funicular rides, and an active nightlife. In central Chile, the Andes are the stars of South American winter, where every year ski and snowboarders come from around the world to enjoy ski slopes and resorts. On the other hand, surfers congregate in Punta de Lobos, Matanzas, and Pichilemu, popularly named the world capital for surfing. The area is also a must-see for wine lovers, thanks to the 13 wine valleys along the wine route, and which have launched Chile as a wine industry powerhouse for the quality and variety of its wines. Green is the predominant color in the south of Chile, which is also where we can immerse ourselves in the culture of the Mapuche, one of the country's pre-Hispanic tribes, which is still present today, opening up its doors to visitors. In the outskirts of Valdivia, the rainforest is home to thousands of native trees and species. Here, you'll also find numerous lakes and rivers, the perfect place to relax and to practice fly fishing or other nautical activities. Here is where water meets fire, because the south of Chile is also home to dozens of volcanoes, several of which are active, and all of which pose a challenge for trekking lovers. Meanwhile, cities like Frutillar and Puerto Varas remain a rich German heritage, which can be seen in its architecture and its cuisine. Arriving to Chiloé is like entering a whole different world. Here, you'll find constructions that defy logic, like the homes that stand atop wooden stilts over the ocean, and churches built centuries ago without a single nail to be found in their structure. And in continental Chile, a bit further south, begins the Chilean Patagonia. There lies a must-see Carretera Austral, a 1,200-kilometer route that goes from Puerto Montt to Villa O'Higgins, all surrounded by scenic nature and waterways. In the far south, Chile continues to offer amazing landscapes, starting with the Torres del Paine National Park, the eighth wonder of the world. Year after year, thousands of people visit the area to test their skills and tackle the challenging trekking circuits, or to get a view of its lakes, glaciers, and tall peaks. Even further south is the Antarctica, an area dedicated to science and the study of climate change. Here, cruises and tourist expeditions will take you to the very end of the world. Chile continues into the middle of the Pacific Ocean, where new lands emerge. 670 kilometers from the continental Chile is the Juan Fernandez Archipelago, 3 islands that are also home to the greatest concentration of native marine species in the world. Even further, 3,600 kilometers from the continent, Rapa Nui is a destination of its own. Thanks to its beaches, moais, and volcanoes, as well as the preservation of a Polynesian culture and its ancestral traditions. That's Chile, a country like no other, waiting for you with colorful landscapes, unique experiences, and unforgettable moments. Chile is like its people and like its landscapes. Chile is open nature.